On this 2007 Chevy Monte Carlo, customer brought it to me and said that it had a oil leak. They took it to an oil change place, and they kind of showed them on the rack that it had a oil leak somewhere at the bottom, but they weren't able to find it. So, of course, they brought it to me, and I found that this oil the oil filter housing has a gasket, and this gasket is made out of rubber with a metal insert. I mean, that is kind of flimsy there. I don't know why they designed this like that. But anyway, over time this rubber gets flattened and old from the heat and starts leaking. So this is the housing. It has the oil pressure sensor in it, and in order to get it off, you have to let's get you some light. You have to move the compressor. It has 3 bolts. Trying to zoom in, get you guys some light. Yeah, this LED shop light is super bright, but you can see the back of the compressor, that little U-shaped part. It has a bolt right there, and there's 2 bolts on the side. You have to take your tire off to get to it. Let's see if I can get a better light. But you can kind of see the back of the compressor. That little U-shaped tab sticking out is the back of the compressor. And then, of course, the round circular part is where the oil filter housing goes. One bolt you don't have to take all the way out because the housing is slotted on one side. So you don't have to take that bolt all the way out. But there's, let's see, I'm looking at the wrong one. There's 3 bolts that holds it. They're 13 millimeter. And after you slide the compressor out of the way, which you can slide it towards the passenger side of the car, the thing comes out of there pretty easy. The trick is you gotta have a long extension and take this. There's like a shield here that goes all the way across the front of the car. You have to take all that off, and then, like I was saying, with the compressor, there's the compressor there. You got 2 bolts. Well, one of them's a bolt, and there's a stud that the compressor sits on. So when you undo the nut and the bolt, you just slide the compressor towards you a little bit, and that'll give you clearance to get to that one bolt on the housing, because it's right against the back of the compressor almost. But after that, clean everything up. I always use some Permatex or something on those types of gaskets because it keeps the heat off the rubber, which I have the gasket here. It was like 12 bucks. This one was made out of the regular gasket paper. It's kind of thick. So I guess when Pro designed it a little better than the factory to hold up more than that flimsy metal. But I always put Permatex on it anyway, on both sides. Like I said, it keeps the heat off of the gasket and it lasts a little bit longer. So that oil gets hot. But that's the part number. You can pick it up from O'Reilly's, AutoZone, Advance. They do sell the one like that one with the metal. They do sell that, but the way that thing came apart, I wouldn't recommend using that. I always like Pro. But yeah, that's basically how you can fix the oil leak 3.5. It's a 3.5 liter. And some of your other cars have that same housing. I've changed a bunch of them on Nissans and Toyotas. The gasket just fails. But like I say, just a recap. I got a better light for you. That's the back of the compressor. You undo that one bolt that goes on that bracket. If you can see it, that wire is like right there. It's harder getting up under here because they designed the frame. Let's see, can we get up there? Oh, that's better. There's the back of the compressor, and you see that U-looking bracket piece made on the back of it. That's right where that bolt is. Like I said, you don't have to take that bolt all the way out. I just took it all the way out, but you can unloosen it. And then, man, I gotta get back to shape. Then you got your, see it's on a stud. You can barely see the stud in there. Undo that nut. You got a bolt there. Slide the compressor to you. And then that gives you access to your housing. Then also check your oil pressure sensor because they tend to leak too. That one's got a little oil in it, but I believe it's from that housing was just pouring oil out. But I always check that. Replace it if you want to. That'll keep you from having to replace it later on because it's a pain to get to. You have to take the starter out to get to it, I think, and have a good long wrench. It's tight. Or if you never replace that gasket, you could just pull the whole housing off and replace that sensor and put a new housing gasket, you know. So, anyway, that's it. That's how you fix the one of the oil leaks. Possibly on a 3.5 Monte Carlo. I think they came in the Malibus, G6. A couple other GMs. Anyway, appreciate it.